So these are all the physical properties of the metals. The physical properties of metals are as such that they are the one which are solid in nature, but there are certain metals which are exception like mercury. You know what is the state of mercury? In which state it is present?
Liquid.
Yeah, it is present in the
Liquid.
yes, it is present. Yes, at room temperature it is present in the liquid state. Okay. Now, even if we say metals are generally hard, metals are very, very hard, except a few like lithium, potassium, and sodium. They are so soft that they can be cut with a knife. Metals like sodium, potassium, and lithium can be cut with the knife. There is a proper metallic luster. Metals are malleable. What do you mean by that? The metals are malleable.
They can be drawn into thin sheet.
Yes, when they are beaten, they can be drawn into sheets. And the sheets can be very, very fine. Like, have you seen the silver foil, which is to be placed on the, yeah, which is to be placed on the edible items. Even that silver foil is edible also. Metals are ductile. What I mean by that?
They can drawn into
Heated into thin wires.
That is why
They can be drawn into the wire.
that is why it is possible that metals are the good conductor of electricity. This type of wires are it can be drawn into thin wires. So metals are generally, as I told you, that they are the good conductors of electricity because their resistivity is low or high. What about their resistivity? Metals ka jo resistivity hai, why they becomes the good conductor of electricity? Will there be resistivity low or high? Come on, give me the answer. What about their resistance? Will they have more resistance or less resistance? Yes. Have you studied about
less resistance?
Less resistance.
resistant as the conductivity.
They are the good conductors.
They will
So,
have less resistance.
can you tell me which one is the good, best conductor?
Ma'am, silver.
Yeah, silver is the best conductor. Okay. Just a minute. If I ask you a question that define metals, how will you define? What is the metal? How will you define a metal? Yes. Am I audible to you? Am I?
Yes, ma'am, you are audible.
Okay. Now, if I ask you that define metals, how will you define the metal? Yes, is there no one who can define the metal? What is a metal? How can you define the metal? Yes, Nandini? Nandini or Rashi?
Ma'am, metal are the
हाँ बोलो नंदिनी. Yes.
metal are the substances which are sonorous, ductile, malleable, good conductor of electricity, good conductor of heat.
Again,
Metals are the elements that conduct
melting
heat
point,
and
high boiling
electricity.
point.
Okay. Again, you know, generally we are seeing that when you define the metals, you say metals are the good conductor of electricity. Metals are the one who are the who have high melting and boiling point. Metals are the one who are the ductile, malleable. But let me tell you what exactly metals are. Who are metals? These are the physical property of metal. We are defining metal, but in terms of physical property. Right? we are describing the metal. We are describing about metal, but in terms of their physical quantity. Then how can we define the metal? Let me tell you. Metals are the elements which are electropositive in nature. Metals are the elements which are, which forms positive ion. Which form positive ions. So simply in this manner, if you try to find out that out of 118 elements which show the electropositive nature, they will be only the element. They will be only the metals. So we can say metals are the element which form positive ions on how they will form positive ion when the metal will become positive.
By losing electrons.
Yes, when they lose electrons. So we can define it like this, that metals are the elements which form positive ions on losing electron, or you can define it also that metals are the elements which are electropositive. Why they are electropositive? Because once they lose their electron to form the ions, what they will attain? Which charge they are going to attain? Once they lose the electron, which charge they are going to attain?
Positive.
They are going to attain the
Positive.
positive. So that is why their nature is electropositive. So in the simple terms, now here we are not defining it in terms of the physical property. We are defining it as per the nature of the metal. Like metals are electropositive in nature because when they donate the electron, they will form the positive. So all those elements which are electropositive or which forms the positive ions on losing the electron will be termed as, what are they going to be termed as? Yes, what are they going to be termed as?
Metals.
Yeah, they are going to be termed as metals. And now we are going to discuss about this was all about the physical property. We are going to discuss about their chemical property. Well, one physical property is left behind, that metals have high melting and boiling point. Generally, when we talk about the metals, they are having high melting and boiling point, but exceptions are there. There is the metals like gallium and cesium. Gallium and cesium, which will form the what? Which will melt on with the hand of the, just if you keep them on your hand, it will melt with the hand with the temperature of your body. So it is not generally that all the time metals have high melting and boiling point, but exceptions are there. Exceptions are there, that there are some metals which are soft, there are some metals which are bad, there are some metals which are in the liquid state, there are some metals which are having low melting and boiling point. Now we are going to discuss about the chemical properties of the metals. The first one which we are going to discuss is about the reaction of metals with oxygen. When metals react with oxygen, they will form metal oxide. What they will form?
Metal oxide.
Metal oxide. Okay. These metallic oxides are basic in nature. The metallic oxides are basic in nature. Why? Because when the metal oxides react with the water, they will form the base. For example, sodium reacts with oxygen to form, what will form? What it is going to form? What it is going to form when sodium will react with oxygen? Which chemical compound they are going to form? It's going to form. Yes.
Sodium
Punya,
oxide.
Yes, it is going
Sodium
to form
oxide, NaO.
Na2O, sodium oxide. Now, when this sodium oxide will be allowed to react with water, it is going to form sodium hydroxide. That is why all the metals are basic in nature.
Yes, ma'am.
Metal oxides are basic in nature. But as I told you that rate of reaction is not always same. There are some metals which will readily react with oxygen. There are some metals where you have to heat up the reactants so that they can react. And there are certain metals which do not react with oxygen at all. Like gold, platinum, and silver. Will they react with oxygen?
No, ma'am.
No. Generally, they don't react.
They are very least reactive.
Because they are noble metals. But after industrialization, this silver, out of the gold, silver, and platinum, silver was also as such that which never used to react with the atmospheric oxygen. But nowadays, we are seeing that silver articles turn black when you kept them, when you place them in contact of the atmospheric oxygen, the silver article turns black. Can you tell me why? Is it that it reacts with the atmospheric oxygen?
Yes, ma'am.
Let me tell you, silver does not react with the atmospheric
It reacts
oxygen.
with the oxygen which is present in atmosphere.
No, it reacts with the hydrogen sulfide. It do not react with the atmospheric oxygen, it reacts with the hydrogen sulfide. Previously, before industrialization, if I talk about the jewelry, maximum amount of jewelry was made up of silver, because it never used to get a dull appearance due to the development of the black coating. But nowadays, it is totally bahar jo kavli rakhi hai na silver. But nowadays, if you will see the silver, it will totally be having the black coating. The silver will have black coating. Okay. Now, if you can see that here I am having an article which is made up of silver. Do you think at this moment, if you will see to it, this bowl, is it made up of silver? What do you think about it? If you will or observe it, will any one of you say that it is made up of silver? Because generally metals are shiny and now it has developed the black layer. Why it has developed, although it is made up of silver, but why it has developed this black layer? Because it has reacted with the hydrogen sulfide. Right? So this black layer of the silver is because of the reaction with the hydrogen sulfide, which is present in the this component, that is the gaseous component of hydrogen sulfide. Do you know, is it a native component of the air? Was it present right from this since beginning of this universe? Or is it somehow it has been released due to industrialization? Come on, give me the answer. Do you think that hydrogen sulfide? Yes, Rashi. Yes, yes, come on, come up with the answers. Yes. Was hydrogen sulfide present in our atmosphere right from the beginning of this universe?
No, ma'am.
No, it was not present.
No, ma'am, it's not present.
It was not present, but nowadays, why it is present? Because of industrialization, there has been
Industrialization.
it has been, there is the increase, like there was no CFC gas, but nowadays you can find CFC. In the same manner, hydrogen sulfide was not there in the atmosphere. So nowadays you can find out the hydrogen sulfide is there. Right? So
Yes.
if we talk about the metals, generally silver, gold and platinum are the metals which do not react with the oxygen at all, right? But as I've told you that over the period of the time, we have seen there are some traces of those gases where they can react, but there are like sodium react with oxygen to form sodium oxide. Their reaction is very instantaneous and violent. The reaction is instantaneous and violent. Means you do not require to do anything. What is to be done is that once the sodium comes in the contact of atmospheric oxygen, it will start burning. That is why sodium is always stored in kerosene.
Kerosene.
Yes, in the same manner, potassium is always stored in the kerosene and lithium is stored in paraffin wax. Right? Because if as soon as they come in the contact of the atmospheric oxygen, it starts catching fire. But it is not case with all the metals. There are certain metals like, if we want that over the period of the time, metals do react. Over the period of the time, metal do react, but these metals like sodium, potassium and lithium, they are the one which give the instantaneous reaction. Instantaneous means as soon as they come in the contact of the oxygen. But there are certain metals like copper. If you want the reaction to be instantaneous, if you want that copper to react with oxygen, then what you have to do? We have to heat it. If we want that it should react quickly,
We have to eat it.
then we have to. And it is going to form a black layer. This will be black. Otherwise, if copper reacts with oxygen, atmospheric oxygen on its own, it will form a greenish color coating. It will form a greenish color coating. But if you want that the copper should immediately react with oxygen, then we need to what we need to do. If we want that the reaction should be instantaneous, what we need to do? Yes, what we need to do?
Heat.
We need to heat it, right?
Heat.
I don't want to speak. Okay, so if I talk about the chemical properties of metals, there are the metals which do readily react with oxygen. Some take time, some take a lot of time. Okay, so now if I want to find out the nature of the oxides, as I told you that when the oxides, you are going to make them react with water, they are going to form what they will be forming. What they will be forming?
Metal oxides.
Yes, copper
Hydroxide.
and this hydroxide is what in nature? Basic in nature. So we can say that whenever metals react with oxygen, it forms metal oxides, and metal oxides are what in nature? What are they in nature? Metal oxides are
Basic in nature.
basic in nature.
Nature.
Now let us see about that. There are some metals, there are some metal oxides which react with both acid as well as base. Some metal oxides are there which show acidic property, acidic nature as well as basic nature. Why? Because they react with both. Metal oxide react with both, that is, they react with acid as well as they react with the base. So such metal oxides are said to be as amphoteric oxides.
Atmospheric oxide.
amphoteric amphoteric oxides, because like we are having two amphoteric oxide, Al2O3. What is the name? What will be the name?
Aluminium oxide.
Again, only Rashi is
Aluminium
given.
oxide.
And there is ZNO. Rashi, you are not going to say answer. Let others. What will be ZNO?
Zinc oxide.
Yes,
oxide.
it is zinc oxide.
Zinc oxide.
Yes, these two are the as such which will be known as amphoteric oxides. Why? Because they show acidic character as well as basic character, as they react with both acid as well as base. Right? Is this clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now we are going.
Yes, ma'am.
So we have seen that the rate of reaction is not same. The rate of reaction is not same. Some take time, some take more time, some take less time, and some don't react with the oxygen at all. Okay. And the nature of the oxide is basic in nature, but there can be exception like aluminum and zinc oxides, which show both basic as well as acidic properties. Okay, now we are going to discuss about the reaction of, like I have told you that there are some metals which react vigorously. Their reaction is violent, like sodium and potassium. But if we see the magnesium, it will also react with atmospheric oxygen, but the reaction will not be as violent as of sodium and potassium. Okay. Now we are going to discuss about the reaction of metal with water. Reaction of metal with water. When metals react with water, they form metal hydroxide or
Metal hydroxide.
or metal oxide and release a gas that is called as hydrogen. So in general, I can say that if I have to generalize the result, I will write down metal will react with water to form metal oxides or hydroxide, plus
Yes,
it will
ma'am.
release the gas that is called as
Hydrogen.
hydrogen. Okay, now we will see to it that will the reaction take place? Have you ever seen in an aluminum bucket? The bucket which is at home, aluminum, made up of aluminum. If you place water in it, do it react? Do it react? You must have seen the aluminum bucket. Have you seen the aluminum bucket?
Yes, ma'am, we have.
So if we place the water in it, does it react? Do it react? Do it release hydrogen gas? No.
Yes.
No, ma'am.
No. It does not react with hydrogen.
They are coated with something.
No, let me tell you. I have told you that rate of reaction will not be the same. There are some metals which react with the ice cold water. There are some metals which will react with only water at room temperature. But there are some metals which will react with neither with cold water, nor with water at room temperature, nor with hot water. They are going to react with this steam. Right? So depends upon depends upon the reactive nature of the metals. Like if I talk about sodium, sodium will react with water to form sodium hydroxide and will release the gas hydrogen. It will release the gas hydrogen, but you know the reaction will be instantaneous. What I mean by this statement that the reaction is instantaneous, Rashi, you are not going to speak. Let others speak. What I mean by this statement that the reaction is instantaneous. Yes, instantaneous. What I mean by this statement? Yes, Haridev.
Ma'am, it would react in.
Yes, Haridev.
Ma'am, it will react in just a lapse of time.
It
In
will
a small
react
time.
as soon as it comes in contact. It will react with water as soon as it comes in the contact of the water, right? That means that the moment you take out the sodium from the kerosene, put it into the water, it will start reacting. And you know, this reaction is exothermic.
Yes, ma'am.
It
Heat
is so exothermic, it produces that much heat that this hydrogen catches fire. It will catch the fire within the water only. As soon as sodium reacts with the water, the hydrogen catches fire. Because the reaction is exothermic, it will generate heat and the hydrogen will catch the fire. But if there is the compound like calcium react with water, no doubt, but the water should be at room temperature, and again it is going to form calcium hydroxide and hydrogen. But let me tell you, the reaction is not as instantaneous, as spontaneous as the reaction between sodium and hydrogen. It will take.
It will be no exothermic.
It will be low exothermic also. And the heat will not be as such that the hydrogen will catch fire. Now let me try to explain it through an activity. For example, if I take a test tube, put the calcium in it and cover its mouth with the